What's new Poke Crew Cheer Turn Combat here? You're watching Oras Wi-Fi Battle 115. But before we get started, please make sure you are rate, comment, and subscribe. Now, the team I'm bringing for you is the same team I've been using for the past couple of days now. You should be familiar with it by now, but I'm bringing, or rather, I am rocking out with the Sling Blade, the Skarmory, who is my physically defensive wall, Sleepy Jirachi, the Alakazam, my specially defensive Dirty Laundry, the Rotom, my Handsy, the Diggersby, and the Chaos Theory, my Staraptor. Now, my opponent is AV. His Twitter link, AV Goodra, that is, his Twitter link will be in my description. I have battled him a lot. I have lost a lot. This battle was one of the... It was a great battle. Hell, we always have great battles. This was one of the great battles that I wanted to show you. So he's bringing the Landorus, the Shaman, the Starmie, the Toxicroak, the Heatran, and the Beedrill. This, I feel, is actually a good team to make around Beedrill. A lot of people have been thinking how it's kind of difficult to make a team around Beedrill, but I feel like this is a good team. Because he has a lot of problems in Pokemon. For me, he has Landorus, who I've seen plenty of times before, and quite frankly, they're annoying as all hell. And he has the Shaman, who I've never really faced before at all, and I rarely face Starmies. And that Heatran and the Toxicroak, I'm getting into the battle so you guys can see what went down. This was a great battle. It showcased a lot of Pokemon. Hell, I may have misplayed a couple of times, and you know what, he may have misplayed a couple of times, but it turned out to be a well-rounded, awesome battle. I'm going to lead off with my Sling Blade, the Skarmory, because I know if he led off with the Beedrill, and he does that, the Beedrill can't touch me. He can U-turn all he wants. He can't touch me, and I am physically defensive, and I am holding the Rocky Helmet, so whatever this bee wants to do, he's going to get hurt. He's going to get hurt with a Rocky, with a helmet that is in fact Rocky. So he's going to switch out and go into the Will-O-Wisp, the Heatran, which is actually a pretty cool name for a Heatran. But I'm going to send up my Spikes. I know I'm going to need all sorts of things, Spikes and Stealth Rocks for this Beedrill. So I feel like he was just predicting me to go out into Dirty Laundry. And that's why he went for the Toxic. I'm not too sure, but he is going to go out and, or actually, I am going to Whirlwind him out, and he is going to bring out the Shaman from said Whirlwind. So he's going to withdraw. That's fine. What I wanted to do was get back up to Sturdy and whatever else. So I'm just going to use Roost, because I didn't know if anyone's going to attack me, but I just needed to get back up to Sturdy in case I got hit with a Lava Plume. I really need that Sturdy, so I'm going to use Roost. He's going to, you know, get the lefties recovery. That's whatever. But at this point in time, I know that I need to switch out at some point. I thought he's going to attack me. That's why I went for Roost, but in fact, he did predict me to go out into Rotom. Good prediction, but you know, he went for Toxic, and I didn't go out into Rotom, so the Toxic did not do a thing. He's bringing me down to Sturdy, which is perfectly fine. Luckily, I have Sturdy and not some other ability, but I do get burned, and that's really unfortunate. I know this Brave Bird is not going to do a damn thing, but I either am going to take myself out from the burn, or from the recoil, or if I switched out and he sent out the rocks, I was going to take myself out from the rocks. Now, it doesn't really matter because Skarmory is going to go down either way. I'm just going to use Brave Bird just to get some damage off, but he's just going to get that recovery from the leftover, so I guess it doesn't really matter, but I'm going into Dirty Laundry. Well, not over-predicting, but I am predicting him to use Toxic. So I'm going on to Sleepy, and at this point in time, the head games do come into play. So I am right that he did go for Toxic, but I know that I can't take a Lava Plume at all from this Heatran here. So I don't really want Sleepy taking a Lava Plume from Heatran. I'm switching out. I'm going into my specially defensive wall, Dirty Laundry. Now, I didn't know if he was going to go for a Toxic or Lava Plume. I was predicting Lava Plume, but he does go for the Stealth Rocks, which is, you know, it's a good play, only because he knew I was going to switch out whatever else. So, I'm going for a Hydro Pump, because at this point in time, I need to get some damage off on this Heatran. I'm not going to over-predict or too much, so I don't care if he Toxics me. I do know that even though I am Toxic, or Poisoned rather, I do have a good special attack stat, so I can hit some of these Pokemon for a pretty good amount of damage. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to just throw out a Hydro Pump. I forgot about the Toxicroak. I did not take a picture of his team, so I'm going to go and hit a Hydro Pump on the dry skin Toxicroak, because that's obviously what you always want to do every time a Toxicroak is around, right? You want to give it water. I don't, but maybe you do. I don't know. But I'm gonna get recovery from the leftovers, and I hit the mic. Oh well, oops. So I'm gonna get hurt with from the poison. And at some point in time, this poison is going to rack up, and that's gonna hurt a lot. But he's gonna go out into Heatran, predicting me to use a Will-O-Wisp, which is a great play, because that's exactly what I'm going to do. Unfortunately, he has Flash Fire. I can't use Will-O-Wisp on this Heatran at all. So I really need to think of something to do. I know that his Toxicroak is dry skin. I can't use I can't use Hydro Pump. I know his Heatran's Flash Fire like all Heatrans, so I can't use Will-O-Wisp. I do have Volt Switch and Thunderbolt, so I'm thinking at this point in time, after he uses the Protect, I'm thinking, you know, I should probably just use Thunderbolt. It hits everything on his team, so might as well get some damage off at this point in time. Because I don't believe anyone has really gone down. So he is going to get recovery. I'm going to get recovery. That's fine. I don't want to leave Dirty Laundry in too much longer, but I would like to get some damage off on the Heatran. I'm going to go for a Thunderbolt just to get some damage off. He is low enough where I can easily just take him out, but he's going to hit me with a Lava Plume just to get some damage off, because he knows that this poison is going to take its toll, and as you can see, it's going to. He hits me with a crit. I don't think that crit mattered too much, but you know, it did. It absolutely helped him, because now the poison can easily just eat away at me, even more so than before. So at this point, I'm thinking of just Volt Switching out, because I want to sack off Dirty Laundry later. He's going to withdraw, so that's perfectly fine, because I'm just going to Volt Switch out. This Brock does not want to take an electric attack or anything, really. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use anything, because the Volt Switch is going to do damage, and I'm going to get initiative. And that's awesome. As you can see, you know, Brock does not really want to take an electric attack. Yeah, he, you know, is somewhat bulky, but it's whatevs, it's whatevs. I'm going to rock out with my Sleepy Jirachi. I predicted him to only have one Dark-type move. And I predicted him to use, Sucker Punch rather than a Knockoff. I did not know he was going to use Knockoff. I thought he was only going to have Sucker Punch. That's why I went for Stealth Rock. But at this point in time, I can't have Jirachi go down, really. I want to sack it off later. I'm going to go into Dirty Laundry just to sack him off, because quite frankly, he can't really live even after the rock, so I'm just going to sack him off right here. I felt like it was a good time too, so I do so. And I also was able to see what he's going to go for. I'm going to go out into Chaos there, because I figured I could outspeed, but like I mentioned, I did not predict him to have both Sucker Punch and Knockoff. So as you can see right here, he is going to use Sucker Punch and get some damage off on Chaos Theory. I figured from this range a U-turn was going to KO, but it does not look at that. It does not KO, and I'm really unfortunate. I'm really sad, rather, not unfortunate. It's unfortunate for me, but I was sad. So I'm going to go out into Sleepy here, because at this point, I'm thinking of just sacking him off. I needed to do something, so I'm just going to sack him off. I needed to get a fresh Pokemon in that can outspeed and whatever else. Now that I know he has Sucker Punch, I, oddly enough, need to go out into Houdini, because I need to lower this thing's speed. And I know he's going to go for Sucker Punch, so I'm just going to go for a status move so he can't hit me. I'm going for Thunder Wave just to lower his speed, because he is crazy fast. Now is a perfect time to switch out. Only because even though Houdini is holding the Focus Sash, I really do not want Houdini getting attacked with any Dark-type moves at all. I'm going out into Hansi. Hansi can at least take one Sucker Punch if need be. And you know what, that's fine, because right now, Brock is paralyzed. And it's good for me, because this Toxicroak is all sorts of powerful. Luckily, he is able to take himself out from the Life Orb damage. And I'm happy. I'm happy this Toxicroak is out. Yeah, I could have gone and done some other things to this Toxicroak to make that a little bit shorter, but You know what? That Toxicroak needed to be paralyzed. He was fast. He's going out to Lando. I'm going to switch out because at this point in time, Handy cannot do a thing to Landorus after the Intimidate. I know I am Choice Scarred, but I also am rocking a good attack stat. So I'm going out into Chaos Theory, predicting a Earthquake, and I do predict right. I figured he was just going to stay in at this point, so I'm just going to go for a double edge. Check myself out. I think he was locked into Earthquake. And that's fine, because he's just gonna go for another Earthquake. At this point, I think he's just gonna sack him off. So I'm going on to Houdini. I know I can outspeed, so I'm just gonna rock out with a Psychic. A Stab Psychic from that range could absolutely take out Earthquake there. I love that nickname, by the way. But yeah, he can absolutely take out Lando from that range. So at this point, he's gonna go out to Goodra. He can U-turn basically anything he wants to, and he's just going, you know, he's going to U-turn my Houdini here. Luckily, I do rock out with the Focus Sash, so I am able to hold on with 1 HP. Unfortunately, he does not, stay in, so I am not able to hit this Beedrill with a Psychic. As much as I want to, I'm not able to do so. He goes out into Will-O-Wisp. I'm just gonna go for a Psychic here, I do believe. Now, Psychic is not gonna do anything to the Heatran. The Psychic was a Thunder Wave, rather. I wanted to hit the Thunder Wave on the Beedrill to lower its speed. That would have come in handy. It really would have come in handy. I paralyzed the Heatran instead. I figured from this range, this was a stupid part of my play, but from this range, I thought, ooh, a Psychic will take him out. Obviously, it's not going to take him out. What were you thinking, past U-turn? I don't know. Psychic was obviously not going to take him out, so Heatran can just come in and use Lava Plume on my Houdini, holding on with 1 HP. So that's a win for the Heatran, and that sucks for me, because I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Why would a Psychic take out a part Steel Pokemon? I don't know. Could have used Focus Blast. Don't know why I didn't. I'm going to go into Hands because I know from this point on, I can just use U-turn and just outspeed basically everything on his team. So I'm just going to do so, because from that range, I know I can take out the Heatran. Luckily, I was able to bring down the Heatran from that, to that point where an easy return can just take him out. So the Spikes and the Stealth Rock is going to rack up on the Shaman, and I can just outspeed, get Stab Return off, and take out the Shaman. Now, the Pokemon that I was kind of worried about was the Starmie. The Starmie is so fast, I wasn't sure what moves it was going to know. I didn't know if Starmie could really know any priority moves. Luckily for me, it did not, because if it did, it probably could have taken out my Handsy here. But because of the rocks and the spikes, I'm able to take out the Starmie with another Stab Return. I'm locked into this, so might as well keep using it, right? Right. The last Pokemon he has is the Beedrill. I figured he was just going to take me out from this point, because quite frankly, Beedrill's attack stat is skyrocketed through the roof. So I figured from this point, it didn't really matter, he was going to win, right? He was just going to use Poison Jab, U-turn, whatever, take out my Handsy. He uses Poison Jab, but I live on 6! I live on 6, and I'm able to take out Beedrill with another return. That was a little mini Diggersby sweep, and I'm so freaking happy that Diggersby was able to live with 6 HP. It's amazing that he was able to. I do believe that Poison Jab is Stab. I don't use Beedrill. I don't know if Beedrill's part Poison. I don't know. I think it is. But I figured a Stab Poison Jab was going to take out Diggersby from that range, because it's a Mega Beedrill, ladies and gentlemen. I thought it was going to. It did not, and I'm happy it did not. But this battle showcased a lot of Pokemon. It showcased what AV Goodra can do. It showcased what I can do, what my team can do. So if you guys are ever in a battling mood, I highly suggest you go hit up AV Goodra. His Twitter link will be in my description in case you want to do so. If you guys want to battle me, I have all my links in my description. My Twitter link and everything will be in my description in case you ever want to battle me. I'm always up for a battle. If you guys enjoyed this battle, however, I suggest you RCS rate, comment, and subscribe, because I am bringing you guys battles hopefully every single day. Depending on, if I have work, whatever else, I'm hoping to bring battles to you every single day. So if you guys enjoy this battle, please do so. RCS, because you don't want to miss any of these battles. This is so great. And I'll catch you guys all on the flip side.